Hello?
Imagine what it's like living in extreme poverty. You have to think about the basics like your next meal all the time. Extremely poor families only eat the food that they grow. And what if one of your harvests is bad or your animals die? You won't have any food to eat. Little girls in these poverty stricken families, they have to do all of the cooking and clean up by themselves. And if she gets a chance to do schoolwork, it's usually done by candlelight. My upshot is if you are extremely poor, all your time goes to mere survival. Is poverty inevitable? The answer is no. This comes from a 2018 quote from billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates on a conference on poverty. I'm here to encourage you to donate $100 to Queen Bee Farms Assembly of God. My research comes from the United Nations as well as my personal experience with Queen Bee Farms Assembly of God. 41 million Americans live on less than $2 a day. This is according to a 2019 NPR special report done by noted journalist Pam Fessler in 2019. Without your help, in less than 10 years, 167 million children will be living in extreme poverty. With your $100 donation to Queen Bee Farms, you can help end extreme hopelessness. There is a growing worldwide crisis, and I'm not speaking of COVID-19. Our fellow brothers and sisters need our support, but we're running out of time. The moment of truth has come for us to glance at the glaring need that so many people face every day. By the year 2030, 167 million children will be living in extreme poverty. This is according to an undated report from the United Nations on their website. According to the World Health Organization, in a report with no date given, extreme poverty is living on less than $1 a day. That is the equivalent of only having enough money to eat a single Chipotle bowl for an entire week. Or what about Sandra, who must decide which of her children she will not feed that day? Could you imagine that? Now, you may think this doesn't happen in America, and you would be wrong. According to Pam Fessler, 1 in 8 Americans live below the poverty line, which includes 12.9% of U.S. women and 16.2% of all United States children. Well, now that you know what extreme poverty is, let's shift our focus to ways to solve this. You can help by donating $100 to Queen Bee Farms Assembly of God. Call now 216-245-7262 or visit the website QNIBEEFARMS assemblyofgod.org, or if you like, you can send a check or money order to P.O. Box 35152, Cleveland, Ohio 44135. Donating can be easy as pie. Next, I want you to visualize a world where everyone has the basic needs of survival, such as food and drinking water. You can help make this possible by supporting Queen Bee Farms Assembly of God. Your money will go towards building eco-friendly housing for families who've never had a house, and buying farms and digging well waters for suffering families to have a way to support themselves. Also building schools for children to have a first time at a formal education. According to a 2010 special report done by the humanitarian group UNICEF, 22,000 children under the age of 5 die every single day because of extreme poverty. How long will you let this go on? In conclusion, allow me to briefly recap what we learned today. We've learned what extreme poverty is, we learned how to solve the problem, and we learned how your decision will decide who lives and who dies. Now, I'm just asking you today to please donate $100 to Queen Bee Farms Assembly of God. You can do it by visiting their website and clicking at the top of the page and clicking the pledge button to help make the world a better place. Jesus Christ said it best himself in the book of Matthew chapter 25, 34 and 35. Come, my Father has great blessings for you. The kingdom he promised is already yours. It has been prepared for you since the day the world was made. It is yours because when I was hungry, you fed me. And when I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink.